Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are back. We are once again patch birding down Pig Lane onto Boultham Mere. You know the drill by now. You'll notice that the light is sort of starting to drop already. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon and the clocks have gone back, so it gets dark a lot earlier now. So we're going to head down to the mere, see if we can see anything, especially as the light starts to come in, see if we can have any species dropping in for the evening. So what are we looking for today? Well, nothing in particular, although there are some things that I would like to see. I'd like to see if there's any action in regards to murmurations, see if there's any activity down at the mere, and we'll see if there's any more winter migrants. We came down a couple of days ago, there was a good number of waterfowl on the mere, but nothing particularly interesting other than a couple of widgeon. Surprisingly, not seeing any fieldfare or redwing down here yet. I have seen them already for the year list for this winter, but none down here yet, which has surprised me. So potentially we could see some of those, though I doubt it around the mere. But honestly, anything today is a bonus. We'll rack up a good number of species, I hope. And yeah, just looking for a good evening, really. We've got a large group of pied whitetails here, and I wanted to highlight this not only because of the group number. I think there was 26 in total, which is a good count. Could have been more, but that was my confirmed number. But also because of this interesting fact, and that's that pied whitetail are actually a subspecies of white whitetail. So white whitetail Motacilla urelli and pied whitetail Motacilla urelli. And what is even more interesting about this subspecies is that it's actually endemic to the UK, so can be found nowhere else on the planet. And I think that's absolutely incredible for a bird that you look at and think of as pretty common, but actually it's found nowhere else in the world. Hello cows. We then headed to the mere to do our usual species count and see if there was anything unusual. We have got a very special sighting on the mere this evening. We have got a bar-headed goose. Now, I'll forgive you for not knowing what bar-headed goose is. They're native to Asia, and this is a bird that I've only seen once in my entire life. Never here. I saw my only one at Frampton. There was one reported here last week, so I imagine this is the same individual. Now, like I say, this bird has come from Asia. They're not included on the British list because they are in so many private collections in the UK that it's imagined that almost all the sightings in the UK are escapees, so they can't be classified on the British list. However, it's still a wonderful bird to see, and there's been birds similar to that, such as ruddy shelduck, which until recently weren't classified on the British list, but now they are. So we can hope that maybe one day there will be records of this bird that are confirmed to be wild and wild rarities that mean that the bird can be classified on the British list. But it's a brilliant sight and wet regardless, and yeah, a great sight for patch. I must admit, I've been looking at this barhead for about 15 minutes. I've got footage on my camera, got footage on my phone. Absolutely gorgeous bird, you know, you don't see him every day. You've got to take it in. But what's more is we've got some starlings just starting to gather now. So hopefully we're in for a little murmuration tonight. I've just now actually come out of the mere for a minute to look for the starlings. I was doing my regular scan and all of a sudden they disappeared from the sky, so I thought they might have been out here, but I think there was just small numbers tonight. You know, it's only October, it's still early days for murmuration, so won't peak for another 2 months most likely. So good encouraging signs that they're coming in. You know, there was a decent number there for October, so hopefully that keeps increasing in the coming months and we should have another good murmuration this year. So I've done my count. We've got a good number of birds. I've sort of estimated between 200 and 250 individuals on the mere by my calculations, including the bar-headed goose, which is still sticking about. We've just had the absolute mass migration of jackdaws coming over. There's a bit of movement, some geese coming in, some geese going. I imagine they might be moving off soon to go and roost on the field. I'd actually be interested in seeing that, because it'd be interesting to see where the barhead goes. We've had a few more starlings and they've gone and roosted on the right hand side. In fact, there's about 10 more that have just flown in, gone and roosted in the right hand reed bed, which is good to see. that they are coming in and roosting, so hopefully that's encouraging for the murmuration a bit later in the year. But we're going to stick about for a bit longer, just sort of look at the movement of birds, see if there's anything coming or going. So, bloody hell, it's dark. So unfortunately the geese, quite frustratingly, look like they've gone to roost over on the other side of the railway line, which is not ideal. Yeah, so I've just walked sort of down the path to the far end of the mere. There's a little Chetty's warbler in the reeds. So obviously won't see it because it's a Chetty's warbler. You never see him. But it's, you know, singing away quite happily. I'm trying not to disturb it. But yeah, so the geese have all gone now. Barhead went with them. So hopefully it'll return with that flock and keep coming back to the mere. But we'll stick about a bit longer and then head home. So, hello from a very dark hide, hence I've got the flash on. It is burning my eyes, but you literally can't see anything without it on. Yeah, getting dark now. Interestingly, quite a few geese have flown back in. I don't know whether the same ones that were on here before, but no sign of the barhead, so they could be a different group of geese. A couple of Canada geese in as well, and a nice little view of that bat just in front of the hide. So yeah, been a fantastic day all round, very happy, and it's time to head home. And that is exactly what I did, so much so that I didn't even record an outro. So, we'll do it now. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and hopefully we'll be back soon with another video. See you later.